Good morning, Gorda. You want comida? What's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Taco. First things first, I do apologize for the vertical footage here. I accidentally deleted the normal footage, so just bear with it for a couple more seconds. I promise the whole video is not like that. Anyway, if it is your first time here, feel free to hit that sub button with the notification bell ticked so you never miss a video. And if you like art, consider hitting that like button. Now that all the pleasantries are out of the way, let's talk about this piece. This is the first page of my new sketchbook, and if you're curious, it is a Strathmore toned gray paper. According to the sleeve that was on here, it's meant for pencils. But actually on the next page I did use some micro pens on it, and the paper took it like a champ, honestly. And I really enjoyed the contrast of the ink and gray paper, but you'll see that in the next video. As for this video, I'm using some no-name brand of watercolor pencils to create a self-portrait, which I got inspired by a fellow artist I follow on TikTok named Micah Roush. They do this for every sketchbook to get rid of that first page intimidation factor. So I figured, since I have a new sketchbook, let's try it out. But I have to say that I was still feeling that intimidation and that pressure of making a great piece to start up my sketchbook off right, especially so after this first portrait, which I don't even think looks like me. And here too, where I had to restart the gesture a couple times because I wasn't feeling confident with my proportions. But after this last attempt, I got it right, and that started to rebuild my confidence. Although I did have some struggles with the gesture or pose, whatever you want to call it, I do think I did a better job on actually making it look like myself. Let me know in the comments below which you actually think looks more like me. And here's the only reference photo that I have, because this was filmed back in January, and yes, I am embarrassed to say that it took me that long to actually get to editing this video and posting it. But it is what it is, and I am trying to be better about posting and creating more, and that's all I really can do is to try. But since you have made it this far, and I don't have much else to say about this piece, don't forget to hit that sub button, hit the like button. Also check out my other social media, like my TikTok, which I definitely am posting more frequently there, and my Instagram. Since there's a lot more time left in the video, I figure this is probably a good time to introduce myself, since I never really have. My name is, but I go by Taco. I am 30 years old, and I have always had a fascination for art and loved to create it ever since I can remember. I never had any formal training or proper schooling. My first art class I was able to actually take was in college, which never taught me anything really useful. The classes were more like, here's a theme for a project and go ahead and do it. Which, now looking back at it, I do wish I went to a school that focused more on art. That way I could learn other topics like perspective, proportions, and anatomy. Although you can now just learn that all online, which is what I'm doing anyway. But I did graduate with a Bachelor of Fine Arts with a concentration in graphic design. However, spoiler alert, I never ended up getting a job in my degree. I stayed with my job I had while I was going to school, which was being a personal aid to a young man who was quadriplegic, who I can now say is one of my closest friends. Then I went off to be a mechanic for Toyota, and then moved to be a mechanic for Lexus, and ended up falling into the parts department at Lexus, where now I sell parts to body shops and customers. But honestly, I have been feeling very unfulfilled and unhappy lately, which is why I've turned back to my art and make my dream come true of becoming a full-time artist. Since I will be taking my art more seriously, I have set some goals for myself. One, my ultimate goal would be to put out a video every week, but unless I get faster at editing, I think that's too much of a big reach. So I'm thinking at least 22 more videos for the rest of the year. Also, I plan on saving one day a week where I just focus on learning. And I also want to get back into streaming, mainly my art. With that being said, let's see some of these final shots.